This movie makes me aware working in team is very important because working in teamwork able to increase the ability of the survival and the safety of the team members. As you can see in the movie, the main character Barney Ross planned on a rescue mission to save his team which had been captured by Stonebanks. The rescue mission joined by the rest of the Expendables team. When they found the team members who had been captured, Stonebanks had set a trap, an explosive bomb. However, all of the Expendables teams able to defeat Stonebanks as they fight back and work together in team. This movie makes me feel inspired as I sense the motivation when I saw the intensity and the persistency of the main character Barney Ross willing to travel around to recruit another new team members for the Expendables in order to strengthen and protect the team. He decided to do that as soon as Stonebanks, who he thought already died, intentionally injuring one of the members of the Expendables.
Continue with the question how the movie makes me feel. The third point is from the principle of conflict. The movie The Expendables make me feel that the occurrence of the conflict can easily happen in the organization if the party in the organization did not take measure in solving the conflict. As in this movie, the conflict happened between the former members of the Expendables and the new members of the Expendables. The former members felt unsatisfied as Barney Ross disbanded the old team and recruited the new members for the new mission. Next, under the principle of organizational change, this movie makes me feel amazed with the organizational change that happened in the movie. In this movie, the Expendables team usually use the standard weapons and blades to fight with their enemies. However, Barney Ross found that their techniques were not compatible with the new mission that had been assigned for them. Hence, Barney Ross made an organizational change with the teams as they changed the standard weapons to the advanced weapons in order to fight with their enemies. Plus, the Expendables also made an organizational change when one of the new members introduced them about the hacking technologies.
So, the first issue that I recognize in this movie is conflict. Conflict ensures throughout the movie every time the member of the old team meet with new team. For example, before Barney and the other member of the new team depart for their mission of capturing Stonebank. Then, the member of the old team feels dejected and betrayed by the action taken by Barney that disband the team and recruit new members. Next, lack of leadership quality by Barney Ross. Barney, as the leader of the Expendable team, always seemed to have his own agenda. During the mission, Barney realized that the target of the mission was the co-founder of the team that was supposed to be dead, known as Stonebanks. He then abandoned the safety of his teammate and started to firing gun without telling teammates about it. As a result, they were being attacked heavily by enemies.
Next, with teams, foundations, and cohesions are the other issues. The squad doesn't operate well at first. The new Expendable squad doesn't know how to work with Doc. They don't know what Doc can do or why he's called Dr. Dave. Doc was a doctor and knife man before Christmas. Doc hates Garner. The teams must be conscious when the old and the new team meets. The teams did operate well. Last but not least, stress is the final issue. As a result of the stress caused by Barney's instinct to safeguard the safety of their other team members, he made the critical choices to disband the current Expendable teams and recruit new team members who are younger and stronger to trade down Stonebanks. It is evident that the tension he felt forced him to disband the existing teams and form a new one without first consulting the former team members.
The first message of this movie is about the importance of team. For example, in this movie, the old members of the Expendables team up to assist Barney in rescue their new team, which had been kidnapped by Stonebank, and with their decision to go in group has resulted in them successfully rescued. This relates with the importance of team in organizational behavior, which is working in teams can lead to better results. Therefore, I agree with the message of the movie, which is the importance of team. The other message of this movie is about the importance of leadership. For example, in this movie, Barney does not play his character as a leader very well, where he always seems to have his own agenda in making decisions without discussing with his teammates. Based on organizational behavior, people expect the leaders to be present and supportive. They want the leader to guide and groom them for their all-round success. Therefore, I agree with the message, which is the importance of leadership.
The solution for the first issue is that the team need to use a problem-solving method to solve the conflict. This method involves trying to work with the other person to find a win-win solution to the problem at hand that best satisfies the concerns of both parties. It involves identifying the opponent's underlying concern and finding an alternative that satisfies both sides' concern. In this case, the old and new team should discuss the beneficial solutions to work together and find creative solutions to conduct their mission. For the second issue, the leader needs to increase the leadership competency. From the 7 leadership competency, Barney needs to increase more on his integrity, which refers to the truthfulness trait that a leader must have. The integrity is when the leaders can be true not only to themselves, but also to their teammates. Similarly, Barney as a team leader needs to be open about his emotions and be trustful with his team members. As a result, this will lead to the loyalty and credibility of the team.
In order to solve the third issue, the team should apply the rules of brainstorming where no one can dominate the discussion. In this case, the new team should be more open to talk and should not judge him too quick. If anything is bothering them, they should speak it freely without any constraint. As a result, this will help in building a more effective team. The last suggestion is change the self-perception of stress. It means changing the negative stress to a positive stress. A person should face the situation rather than be angry and make a rash decision. In the case of Barney, he should be more cool and relaxed in managing his emotions. Barney faced a really emotionally challenging situation since his team member's life is in danger, so he needs to critically and rationally managing the situation without influenced by the guilt that he felt to make a right decision.